Hi everyone, Slangel here from Slangel Designs. Long time no see. Back at it again with a quick little tutorial before I finish wrapping up one of the next tutorials for the ABC Stitch Along, Crochet Along. So I thought I would bring you today, this is a very quick and it's fairly straightforward pattern that works up lovely as baby blankets, blankets of any kind. In the pattern that I give you on the website, that's a free downloadable PDF. What I'm going to show you here, I'm going to give you the different size blankets, the dimensions, and how much yardage you're going to need, your starting change, stitch count, how many rows you're going to have to do to reach your desired size. Now, that's if you're working where the gauge is the 14 stitches and 12 rows is 4 inches in that seedling stitch, and that's using worsted weight yarn. Obviously, if you change your yarn weight, which you're more than welcome to do, you're going to have to change your hook size as recommended on the yarn label wrapper, and you're going to have to adjust how many rows and chains. So you'd have to kind of fiddle around with it to get it to be the size you want, because you won't be able to go by this because this is based on the worsted weight yarn. Okay. It is a straightforward pattern. I just have the copy printed off for me here. You're going to need a size J or 6mm crochet hook. These are all US terminology. Your yarn needle, scissors, your yarn in whatever color or brand you want. The worsted weight works up the best, I find. Again, your gauge is there. Your stitches that we're going to be using are the front post double crochet, back post double crochet, single crochet, and the chain. Now note, the chain one at the beginning of each row does not count as a stitch. And I do comment about the other yarn weights. The pattern is in multiples of 2 plus 2. So, what does it look like? I find this is one of those ones, works up really nice and shows the texture really well when you use just one simple color. You could easily do rows, and whether this was just I would do 2 rows change, 2 rows change, and as you can see here, I just carried the yarn up the side. I didn't bother fastening off, so I didn't have all the ends to weave in. It would look really pretty if you did every change color every row, because you would have the difference in the texture showing a little better. You could do, say, 10, 12 rows of one color, swap it out and do another 10, 12 and make it more geometric and blocked. But this is what it looks like. It's a seedling stitch. Okay, so when you have your blanket done up, you can put whatever kind of a border on it you would like. Makes a really, really nice baby blanket. And it is, as you can see, there's not really a front or a back to it, so it's a reversible pattern. And it's pretty straightforward. So without further ado, let me set these aside, grab my yarn, and I have my 6mm hook. So for demonstration purposes today, this one here I had done 20, started with a chain of 22. So I think what I will do is, so it's multiples of 2 plus 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I think I'll do 16, but then I have to add 2. 1, 2. Now what it's saying to do is double crochet in each stitch across, but it says at the beginning to skip the first 2 stitches, so from your hook. So 1, 2, in your next one you're going to put a double crochet. Now here's where some people make the decision to do it in the back, little back hump, or they go in through the front. Again, this is personal preference. Unless it specifies, you can do it whichever way you would like, okay, as long as your stitch counts are proper. So let's get across with our double crochet. And again, double crochet is just putting your hook in through your stitch, yarn over and pull up so you have 3 on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And I'll put the link to any other tutorials, like for the double crochet and the single crochet and that that we have done up in the description of the video, as well as the link to the free PDF pattern. So when you go to the website and you click on the link I give, you do have to sometimes scroll to find, it doesn't go directly to the specific pattern, it takes it to that section of the website, and sometimes you do have to scroll down to find the one you're looking for, and then the clickable downloadable PDF will usually be on the left hand side of the video, because I always post the video as well, just to help you. Some people sometimes have some trouble finding it, so just to be on the safe side, that's how you'll find that. So hopefully everybody's been well and getting lots of things done. I've been getting over some health issues, so that's why things have been a little slower on the videos, but hopefully worst is behind and we'll be getting back on track. All right, so we got our first row done, and to be done, I always like to check the count on my first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, which is right because we did 16 plus 2. So for row 1, we're going to, sorry, that was row 1. For row 2, we're going to chain 1, and again, that does not count as your first stitch. We're going to turn our work, and this is where we're going to start our pattern, because it's essentially a 2-row repeat, okay? So you're going to single crochet in that first stitch, which is where you're going to go in here, okay? Single crochet. This is now where the front post and back post. So we're going to do a front post double crochet, so that yarn over, put your hook in. You're not going to go in where you normally put your stitch. You're going to go in from the front to the back, around that post, and come back out to the front. Yarn over, pull up your loop, so you have 3 loops on your hook like normal. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That's your front post double crochet. Now we're going to do a back post. Yarn over, put your hook in from the back towards the front, around the front of the post, back out to the back, yarn over and pull up. So essentially you're working in behind the work, and do your double crochet as normal. We're going to go back in with our front post, yarn over, in from the front to the back, go in behind that post so that the hook will come out from the other side, yarn over, pull up, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. And this is what you're going to do across to the other side. You're going to alternate your front post with your back post. So we're going to keep going here. And once you get used to the rhythm of it and the pattern, it does go pretty quickly. You just have to, and the thing is too, if you have to, sometimes you get interrupted, the phone rings, or somebody needs your attention for something, and you have to set your work down and just leave it for a little bit. You can tell where you're at based on what the stitches look like. So it's not one that you have to meticulously keep track of what stitch you're on and the such. So we're coming down to the end here, and when we get to the end, I'm going to show you what you have to do, because the first of the row and the last of the row are very similar. So we're going to go back in with another front post. Then we're going in with a back post. Now, we started our row with a single crochet. That's how we're going to end our row. So you don't go in here, because that was the one, that's the stitch to do with the post you just did the back post around. You're going to put your single crochet in the very last stitch there. This will help give you, by putting the single crochets in the first stitch and the last stitch, it's going to give you your nice even edges, okay? As you can see here in the sample, nice squared off edges. That's what you want. So now for moving on to row 3, we're going to chain 1, turn our work, again, single crochet in that first stitch. Now here's where it's different. we had started off with the front post double crochet. On this one, you're going to alternate with back post and front post. So if you see a front post here, you know you want to do a back post. You're going to do the opposite to what you did the row before, below. So yarn over, go in around, oops, do the back post, and you can see here this was a back post before because it's in behind. So we're going to go in and go do a front post. And this is a front post, so we're going to do a back post. It's always going to be opposite now to what you did, to what the stitch is below you. And that's going to give you that texture and that pattern. Whoop. It gets a little easier as you get going and you have a little bit more of the project to hold on to. So I'm just taking my time a little bit here because in case you're still trying to figure this out, you can kind of follow. Again, alternating those front and back posts. We're coming up to the end of the row again. So last row, we ended with a back post. So this row, we're going to end, you have to kind of sometimes wiggle it around a little bit to see where it is. We're going to end with the front post. And then we're going to put a single crochet in our last stitch. That's row 3 done. So now what you're going to do is repeat rows 2 and 3 until you have the length of the project that you want. So we're going to chain 1. Turn our work, single crochet in that first stitch like we are supposed to in each row. Now we're back to row 2, so we're going to do a front post in that first part of the pattern. Then we're going to go do a back post again, and you can tell you're doing it in the right order because if you can tell this was going to be a back, it's a back one, you're going to put a front one in front on top of it. Hope that makes sense. And again, if anybody needs any clarification or has any questions, like I always say, please feel free to put them in the comment section. I love seeing your comments and your questions. I really do appreciate it, and I enjoy giving you a hand if you need it. So you can see how this is a fairly straightforward pattern, but it gives such a nice texture and a nice design. And with a nice soft baby yarn, it really does make a really nice blanket. And I love the fact that it's reversible. You don't need to worry about right side, wrong side. And the edges and everything are so nice and square, and even that your options for borders are endless. It's whatever you would like. All right, so we're going to do a back post here, which brings us to the end, which means we're going to do a single crochet in the last stitch. You can see the patterns coming together really, really nicely. Okay, so let's do one more row. So single crochet, turn your work, or sorry, chain 1, turn your work, then the single crochet, and now we're going to go do a back post, double crochet, front post, double crochet. So you can see how once you get the pattern and the repetition down, you could move along fairly quickly. And If there's something you would like to see, whether it's a stitch tutorial, like a specific stitch or a specific pattern, please let me know in the comments, and if I can swing it, I would love to do that for you. I do have some things planned. We're going to keep working on the alphabet blanket. I know I've kind of got behind on that, but there was really nothing I could do. So I thank you for your patience on that, if you're one of the ones who's been working away on it. And I appreciate all the continued support of the channel, and I really do, like I said, I do appreciate it, and I enjoy doing the videos for you all, and hopefully it can help somebody. All right, we're coming to the end here, so we need to do, that was a back, so we have to do a front post. I just gotta find, there we go. And then we're going to finish off with a single crochet in the last stitch. And that's the end of that round, that row. And FYI, I have so many works in progress. I have, completely unrelated, I'm working on a sweater that, as you can see, I got many post-it notes, and it's working on here. I've got multiple other projects that I'm getting the samples ready for you guys. A couple other blankets. Yeah, so things haven't been totally quiet in the background here. Getting some things organized for you guys. So back to the seedling stitch. So what you're going to do is just keep alternating rows 2 and 3 until you have the length of your project that you want, and then you're just going to fasten off, weave in your ends, and put on whatever border you would like. You can make the border as thin or as big as you want. You can do it in a different color. Options are endless. Okay. I think too, what I'm going to do down the road is some different border ideas, and just throw those up on the channel. So that's the seedling stitch. If you have any questions or comments, please, like I said, feel free to put them in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. We're trying to get to the next milestone with the channel, and unfortunately the way they work that is with subscribers and view hours. So we're working there. We're plugging along. So again, I appreciate all the support. I look forward to seeing the next video, and I hope you enjoy the stitch, and if you need help, let me know. And otherwise, take care and happy crocheting, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye-bye.